Beginners Pilates, one of my favorite sessions of the week, the perfect opportunity to reconnect with the breath, to really think about integrating your Pilates principles and just to bring some life and some positive movement to those bodies. So I can't wait to take you through the session, guys, but as usual, let's just take you through a few admin bits and pieces just to make sure that A, you are getting the most out of the session, and B, you are safe, happy and coordinated throughout. Above all things, firstly, make sure that the space around you is a good temperature, not too cold, not too hot. It might mean opening up a door, opening up a window, making sure that you have some positive airflow around you. And secondly, this is a beginner's class, so I'm going to give you loads of entry-level options with the opportunity to build on some of those movements if it feels comfortable for you to integrate if you want to. And that really is the main point of this class. It gives you a beautiful understanding of Pilates, and it also offers you those progressions so that if you want to push a little bit harder, you have the opportunity to do so. Make sure you have access to water. Pause us if ever you want to check any of the technique. Watch it through a couple of times if you're not sure. It's better to look and get it right than it is to steam through and not quite understand what you're asking your body to do. And finally, if you have aches and pains, be mindful to adjust the movements to suit that. And also a great trick is to grab a pillow and just pop it under whichever bit of your body needs it at any given time. So much better to have it to hand, and then you can just slot it under the head, under the knees, under the back, and it's not as disruptive. So we are just going to go over those Pilates principles because they really fundamentally inform the way that we're going to move over the next 40 minutes or so. So we're going to really pay attention to that center. We are going to work with a focus and an attention to working from that core, working from that midsection, working from that lovely strong center. We are going to really pay attention to the precision of the movement. We're going to be really precise in executing the movements. As well as that precision, we are going to exercise beautiful control. So I want you to really master your body and ensure you are working within the parameters that you feel safe and comfortable and really under control. Breath. Pay attention to the breath. Allow that body to maximize its output by focusing on that strong inhalation and those strong exhalations, delivering all of that lovely oxygenated blood around those bodies. And finally, my favorite principle, flow. We focus on linking those movements together so that they create this lovely sense of grace and easy movement. That is what we are shooting for above all things. Lovely, easy, graceful movement that really feels positive for that body. So we're going to start at the edge of your mats. I want you to plant your feet and I want you just to feel the weight of the ground underneath you. So press those feet into the floor, connect through those lovely strong bodies, and I want you to breathe in through the nose. You focus on that inhalation as you breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth, I want you to focus on lengthening through the spine, elongating through the crown of your head, and just gently softening into those knees. Again. We breathe in through the nose, focusing on filling up those lungs. And as you exhale, you melt, you soften, you roll, you bring the weight forward all the way down to the ground. I want you to walk yourself out onto those shoulders. I want you gently to drop those knees down and sink back into the space you have created behind you. Bring it back up onto those shoulders, tucking your toes under, keeping your shoulders away from the ears as you lengthen into that lovely hip hike. Gently keeping the elbows soft, working over your shoulders. Working the hands in underneath you and peeling yourself up. Rolling the shoulders back and down as you find your height. Inhale, breathe in. As you exhale, you mount. You roll all the way down to the ground and gently walk those hands out. Soften the knees so they come down to the space. Sink into the space you have created behind you. Bring the weight back up onto the shoulders as you push your hips up high, lifting and lengthening. Loading over the shoulders again. Remember, you retain the softness in your knees, the bend in the leg. As you unwrap and you uncurl, think about unfurling the spine, dropping the shoulders, lengthening through the crown in your head. Final one. Inhale. Exhale. Soften, melt. Roll all the way down as you walk yourself out onto those shoulders. First off, knees come down. Sit into the space behind you. Load up onto your 4-point stance, then tuck your toes. Now send the weight up into the air, lengthening the spine, lengthening the hamstrings. You work back over your shoulders. You work the weight in. You unpeel, you unwrap, you press the ground away. You drop the shoulders, you soften the knees, and you bring yourself up to that wonderful neutral stance. Take the weight into the center. I want you to send the arms out to meet me now. From here, wherever it feels comfortable, you are going to sink into a squat. Whatever that means to you, you are then going to come up onto the toes, and as you do that, you stretch those arms away. You sink back into the space you've created behind you, pushing that bum back, driving the heels away, and as you exhale, you come up onto those toes. And again, sink into that space again that you have created behind you. And as you exhale, you come up onto those lovely toes. Balance optional, stay on your heels if you prefer. You sink into the space you've created behind you. And as you exhale, you come up onto the balance. Now if that feels too strong, drop the heels down. You're going to send the arms overhead. You're going to bring the arms out to the side, and then I want you to bring the palms together, lengthening through the crown and the head, and take it out to the side. Again, lifting overhead, taking it out to the side, bringing those arms together, opening up, and again. Overhead extension. Take it out to the side, squeeze and bring those arms together, and then open up and extend. Last time, overhead stretch. We are waking up those postural muscles. We bring them back to center, and then we keep the shoulders soft as we lengthen and extend away. If you want to, at this point, pop your hands on your hips. You move the weight across. As you bring one knee up from underneath, keeping everything soft, We're going to move the weight across to the other side, challenging the balance, challenging the strength in the arms, the strength in the spinal muscles. come cross body. Now, balancing is actually much trickier than people think it is. So if it feels too wobbly, just gently bring your foot back to the floor. And again, swap sides. Lifting and lengthening. We have one more on either side. We come cross body as we lift, as we lengthen. Last time, cross body, lift and lengthen. Keep the arms extended if it feels comfortable. If it doesn't, give me hornpipe arms. Elbows stay up. You keep that sense of elevation and height in the spine as you just work those knees out to the side. Now from here, breathe into the base of your tummy. And as you exhale, you sink into that space, into a lovely sumo squat. You bring the weight all the way up, pressing the ground away, but keeping the knees soft. Again, sink into those lovely hip opening sumo squats. Come up beautiful and tall as you lift and as you lengthen. Again, exhale, sinking into the space underneath you. We come up, we lift, we lengthen, and last time, sinking into the space. Now stay at the bottom, whatever that means to you. It might be quite high, it might be down low. I truly don't mind. What I want is for you to feel in control, in command. Now open up those arms. We are going to gently lean over to one side, and we are going to take it back as we tip, and as we lean onto the other side, lifting up, taking the weight over as you sink, and then take it back the way you came, and overhead. One more on either side. So we are bringing in a lovely element of side stretch, bringing some beautiful side movement, what we call lateral movement, into the body. That's amazing for back pain. Send the arms out, stretch the arms above your head, really elongate, and then as you exhale, just return that weight to the center of the mat. This is going to take us down to the mat, and then that is where we are going to stay. So, you breathe again into the base of your feet, you inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you really to concentrate on that sequential roll down. Really allowing that body to melt and soften as you walk yourself out. You gently bring the knees down to the floor. Now, if you know you struggle with wrist strength at this point, shift the back just a smidge, or take the weight onto your plank stance. We're going to do some bird dogs. So opposite arm, opposite leg, extends away, take it back to center, and repeat on the other side. Opposite arm, opposite leg, extends away, take it back to center, and again, opposite arm, opposite leg. Beautiful, guys. You are hitting those abdominals. You are really being mindful to retain that lovely sense of abdominal strength. Opposite arm, opposite leg, take it back to center. Opposite arm, opposite leg, take it back to center. And again, opposite arm, opposite leg, take it back to center. And again, opposite arm, opposite leg, take it back to center. One more on either side, guys. You extend and you lengthen. You bring it back to center last time. You extend and you lengthen. You take it back to center. Keep that beautiful 4-point stance if you want to. You can work on your toes if you're happy to. stay on the knees. I want you to rock back into those thighs. Drive onto the shoulders. We're going to work into a push-up where you bring your little noses down to the ground. You then drive up, and then as we exhale, we are going to work a beautiful rotation. We take it back to the center. We work the other way. Lovely rotation. As you lift and you lengthen, take it back to center. We're going to link those 3 movements. Squat back. Drive forward. Push up. Knees and noggins come down to the ground as you press up. See if you can link it. Think about the flow. Rotate, take it back to center. And again, rotate, beautiful. Take it back to center. And again, squat back. So squat into the legs, load over the top. Join it into that beautiful push-up. Work into that lovely rotation. You take it back to center, work the rotation on the other side, back to center. We squat and we drive. We work the push-up, we work the rotation. You take it back to center, other side, lifting all the way back to center. One more. Rocking back into the legs, loading onto the shoulders, working down into the push-up, working the rotation. This is lovely, guys. Bring it back to center, and last time, rotate back to center. Take it onto those shoulders. Now I want you to sink into the space you have created behind you. Now lengthen through those fingertips. As you extend away, I want you to focus on that sense of a height and space and length, and breathe into the base of your tummy. Now as you exhale, I want you to lengthen, I want you to extend through the crown in your head and through those fingertips. From here, take the weight back over those shoulders. You're going to repeat those lovely bird dogs, the opposite arm. Now if this feels too strong, you can just do one arm and one leg at a time. So you would do arm extends, replace, leg extends, replace. So you just work where you feel in command and control. Take it back to center. Other side, lift and lengthen and bring it back to center. Lengthen and extend. Bring it back to center again. Lengthen and extend. We take it back to center. Again, lengthen and extend. Take it back to center last time. And lengthen and extend. Take it back to center. So rather than doing the rock backs again, we're going to change the movement. We're going to take it into a lovely knee tap. So knee tap, replace. Knee draws in to meet the elbow, replace. One arm stretches to the front and plants. Arm stretches to the front. If you want to, you can work on your toes, but that's quite hard. Knee tap, draw back. Knee tap, draw back. Arm extends. We are not allowing the hips to drop. Again, knee tap and press. Knee tap, eye line stays just over the tops of where the fingertips are when they're planted. Lift and again, work in, tap in and replace. Tap in and replace. arm extends, drops down, arm extends. One more, guys, one more. Work in, tap on, replace. Work in, tap on, replace. Arm stretches and plants. Arm stretches and plants. Now I want you all to have a go at this. I want you to think tall thoughts as you hold that beautiful plank push-up, hands planted, elbows soft, abdominals lifted, bottom engaging, knees soft, rock 10. Just 10, guys, 9 and 8. Lovely, 7, press away, 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Knees down, sink into the space, roll up, dropping those shoulders. Have a little sip if you want to, and then from here on out we're going to lay on our front. So again, remember, the temptation is really to take big gulps, but I want you to take little sips. Don't overwhelm your tummy when you're working in these strong abdominal positions. Actually, it's horrid when you feel sloshy. So just baby sips, just wet your mouth rather than gulp. So you are going to lay flat, and I want your hands out by your side, so your head is as if it's the middle prong of a trident. Your hands follow suit. Now from here, you are going to squeeze those knees together and lengthen the leg. Now the most common thing people do here, guys, is they lift the head and fling the legs. It is absolutely essential that your head stays connected to the floor, because we don't want you working in that aggressive extension from both ends. We want the legs to lift, but we want the head to remain really passive. So, head down, elbows out, crush the thighs as if you have created a mermaid's tail. Now breathe into the base of your belly, and as you exhale, I want you to lift the legs off the floor just a smidgen, and I want you to imagine those feet are stretching for the wall behind you. Lengthen away. And then gently drop down. If it doesn't feel comfortable on the hands, you can leave them down by your side. Second lots. Lengthen the legs. Now my head, my chest, my shoulders are all passive on the floor. And drop down. And last time. Lengthen away. Lift. The other place you can put your hands is just under your forehead. Then gently bring the legs down. Keep the knees together. I want you to squeeze your heels in to meet your bottom. And then as you exhale, see if you can lift the knees half an inch off the ground. Knees down. Squeeze heels into bottom. As you exhale, lift into that lovely extension. Knees come down, the heels to meet the bottom. Lengthen and extend. Elongate and elevate and bring those knees down. Last time. Heels into bottom. Legs extend away and then find that height in those lovely long, strong hamstrings, bottoms and backs. And then bring the feet down. Elbows underneath, toes tucked under. We work in our half plank or our full plank, but you have that sense of lift and control in those tummy muscles. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Sink back into the space. And again, come up onto those toes. Soft knees, long line, work into those tummy muscles as you press the ground away. Knees down, sink back. And again, up on those toes, soft knees, beautiful, beautiful long line, either halfway up or all the way up, but either way, the focus is on those abdominals, it's on bracing into those tummy muscles. Knees come down. Last time. And again, up on those toes. Working up onto those shoulders. Lifting the midsection. Finding the height. Finding the space. Stay there. 5, 4, 3, 2. Knees down. Sink back into the space you have created behind you, and then unwrap, uncurl, draw yourself up, and just allow those bodies to come back up to that lovely neutral position where there is no work, where there is no stress. From here, guys, I want you to spin round onto your bottoms, and I want you to really think about establishing a height in your spine. Now this is the moment where you may want to put the pillow underneath your bottom, because I don't want you sagging into this kind of forward slouch. It's really difficult to access the abdominal muscles. You're compressing the spine. It's just not nice. You want to maintain that lovely sense of an elongated spine. Now when we lean back, common problem is to roll over the spine. Now I personally hate that. Thousands of Pilates teachers will tell you to roll down over that sacral curve. I hate it. Over thousands and thousands of hours of working with beginners Pilates and working with people who suffer from back pain, that is a movement that can exacerbate and aggravate lower back pain. So instead of rolling over the spine, I want you to imagine you are tipping back like a Barbie doll would from the hips, not from the spine. So the arms extend away. You take a breath. As you exhale, just lean back ever so gently. And then as you inhale, if you want to, arms come up above your head. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Again, exhale, all the way away. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and again, exhale, press away. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and again, exhale, press away. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and again, exhale, press away. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Now this time you are just going to bring the arms away, and all I want you to do is slide the heel away, press the heel away, and then draw back to center. Keep contact with the floor as you press the heel away, draw back to center. Now my abdominals are working like hell to keep me present here, so you have to keep that strength in the tummy, not allowing anything to round. As you press away, bringing it back to center last time, press, lengthen away, bring it back to center, and I want you to gently bounce those arms. If you want to, sit up taller and just find the height that way. However you feel comfortable is where you work. We've got 8 to go, 7, 6, beautiful, 5, beautiful, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. We lift up overhead, we relax those shoulders, and we melt on down into the ground. Now the head, guys, is heavy, those shoulders are soft, the arms extend away. You lift and you lengthen, stretching those arms up to the ceiling as you press those heels away. Now take a strong breath, unwrap and uncurl on the exhalation, driving the hips up from underneath. As you draw down, melting back down through that spine. And again, lift, peel and press. And as you exhale, melt back down into the spine. And again, peel, lift and lengthen. And melt all the way back down. And again, peel and lift and and lengthen. Gently dropping back down, and then finally last time. You peel, you lift, you lengthen. Arms stretch overhead. Now focus on maintaining that lovely sense of connection through those tummy muscles as the hands come down. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, press away. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, press away. Last time. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, pressing away. Now, reach for those toes, and if you want to, see if you can come up onto those toes as you squeeze your bottom, holding that lovely line, keeping that sensation of lengthen the arms, lengthen the spine, contraction in that bottom and those tummy muscles. You gently bring your bum down to the ground and then draw those knees up to your chest as you look over the top. And then gently bring those feet back down to the center. Hands support your head. Head is heavy. Heavy in those hands as you breathe into the center. And as you exhale from the breastbone, peel yourself up. And if you want to, stretch one leg away. Lift the leg up to the ceiling. Bring the leg back down to center, foot comes down, and then melts back down into the floor. And again, exhale, lift and lengthen. If you want to, opposite leg extends, kick to the ceiling, bring it back to center, foot plants, and you melt. Peel and lift, stretching away, lifting and lowering, bringing the foot in, working down. Again, exhale, lift and lengthen, kick up, kick down, bring it back to center and melt away. And again, exhale, lift, kick, take it back to center, plant and melt. And again, peel and kick, bring it down, back to center, melt. One more on either side. We come up. We lift, we lower, we bring it in, we melt down. Last time, peel, lift, lower, bring it in, come all the way back to center, stretching those arms above those heads, stretching those legs all the way down to the base of the space. And you just have a lovely little stretch here just for a moment before we go for a lovely second round. Plant those feet, stretch those arms. These two movements are super important because they are building strength in the backside, thighs, calves, ankles, back, abdominals and shoulder stability. And then the second phase, we're working up into those strong abdominals whilst building strength and flexibility in the legs. So this series is super useful. You could slot this in every day if you had a spare 5-6 minutes. So first off, arms come up, feet plant. We breathe in. As we exhale, you peel and you lift. Overhead extension. As you exhale, bring the arms down and bum melts down. Again, arms overhead as you drive. So we're amending it ever so slightly. If you don't like it, keep the hands fixed. As you come down, you coordinate those hands and that spine to come down as one. We peel and we lift. We melt all the way down. Coordinate the spine and the arms to move as one. It really focuses it on your abdominals. Peel and lift, melt all the way down. So this is just a lovely exercise if you struggle with back pain. And again, last time, lift and lengthen. This time keep your bum up as your arms come all the way past, reaching for those feet, coming up onto those lovely toes as your option, stretching those fingertips to reach for those heels. Create that length in the spine, create that length and a height, and ever so gently, heels come down, melt all the way down, gently bringing the knees in, eye line comes up, work up into that center as you bring your feet down and you support your hands behind your head. We inhale. As we exhale, we peel, we lift, we lengthen, we melt all the way down. We exhale from the breastbone, looking over those knees as you melt down. And again, exhale, lift and lengthen. Inhale, bring it back to center. And again, exhale, lift and lengthen. Melt back down. And again, exhale, lift and lengthen. Inhale, melt down. And again, exhale, lift and lengthen. Inhale, and again, one more on either side, curl up, peel up, lift, softening down into the ground, and again, curl up, peel up, lift. So this time we're going to add the leg kick, so you're getting double the abdominals, curl up, kick, take it back to center and melt, curl up, extend away and kick. Take it back to center and melt. Peel and kick. Take it back to center and roll down. Curl up. Lift. Bring it down and melt. And again, curl up, peel and lift. Take it back to center and melt. And last time, curl up, peel, lift. Take it back to center, melt gently all the way down. Now arms reach to the ceiling, knees come up to 90. Let us pay attention to our spinal imprint. Now from here, the pelvis gently tucks up, the breastbone gently drops down to meet that belly button, creating a stable frame. Opposite arm, opposite leg, take it back to center. Opposite arm, opposite leg, we take it back to center. And again, opposite arm, opposite leg, take it back to center. And again, opposite arm, opposite leg, take it back to center. Keep this coming. Opposite arm, opposite leg, take it back to center. And again, we go opposite arm, opposite leg, extending away. Keep that spine stable. Do not let the back lift as you work through the series. If it feels too strong, keep your feet on the floor and just focus on working into that lovely, strong sense of control in those tummy muscles. 4 to go as you extend. Take it back to center. 3 more. Overhead extension. Take it back to center. Last 2. Overhead extension. Take it back to center. Final 1. Overhead extension. Take it back to center. Now to finish, squeeze those knees. If you want to, see if you can reach up to the ceiling with those feet. Fingertips stretch up to the ceiling, and if you feel able to and comfortable, peel the head off the floor, reaching for those fingers and those toes up to the ceiling. Now breathe and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Gently bring those knees into the chest and just gently turn circles with those legs. That is the meat of the workout done. We are just going to take it down a notch with some breathing and some stretching. We take it back the other way. So from here, I want you gently to bring your soles of your feet together as the knees drift out to the side. And I want you just to rest your hands on your rib cage as you allow the head and the shoulders to melt into the floor. Face is soft, shoulders melt into the ground, hips are heavy, knees gently drift. If it doesn't feel comfortable, bring them back up so they face the ceiling. And the whole of your body feels as if it is melting into the ground. Soft face, soft cheeks, soft jaw. Follow the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Gently bring the knees back up to face the ceiling. Roll onto your front. Hands plant. I want you to imagine you are wagging your tail like a little happy doggy. So just bring some movement into those hips. And then we are going to circle all the way around. And we take it back the other way, circling and bringing it back to center. Sink into your child's pose. And as you exhale, imagine your fingertips are sliding to the top of the mat. Gently bring the weight underneath, tuck your toes under, send the weight up into the air as you plant those hands and feet. Walking through those feet, right to left, left to right, and then lengthening through the spine. Walk the hands in if it feels comfortable. If you need to take a minute, just keep yourself on the floor if you are happy to. Slowly uncurl, unfurl, and drop those shoulders as you come to your full height. Now take a beautiful wide stance, hands in front of your heart. Inhale. Exhale. And again. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. And set a positive intention for your day. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Beginners Pilates. I love this class, it makes me happy. Immediately after just that lovely, relaxing, positive and uplifting movement, it has set such a lovely tone for the day. It's set such a positive sense of self-accomplishment and self-confidence. So I hope you enjoyed that. It is always a pleasure to look after you guys. So until I see you next time, look after yourselves, please stay well and stay safe, and I will see you soon.